Didn't know why I called it a simulcast, but always Shawn Welsh is our guest every week, a segment. Shawn from Vet SOS. Shawn, how are you? And it's a new year and new shows coming to the network. You got a whole full lineup the next couple of weeks, don't you?
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on again, Neil. It's fantastic and it's exciting. We have a couple episodes getting ready to kick off. We start um, Monday with the military effect campaign. It's a campaign that we're a part of and we've done some videos for. And you're going to learn about 30 nonprofit organizations that are out there doing great things for our community. And it's a fundraising event, based on this book called The Military Effect. Fantastic book that I highly encourage people to read. But the proceeds from that's going to go to benefit these different organizations. So it's a fantastic campaign. We're proud to be a part of it. And looking forward to releasing those. So we'll be starting that with Scott, the person who wrote the book, the author. He'll be talking about the campaign and what he did on Monday. So definitely tune into that, and that'll be fantastic for the next couple months. And then we jump into season seven. Unbelievable. I can't believe we're already at season seven for Vet SOS. And we kick it off with Tyrone Hewitt, one of my favorite people. Has the tagline, "You better call Tyrone," and people in transition know that if you want information about transition, Tyrone's the person you need to talk to. So we had a great conversation with him. He hadn't been on since I believe it was season one. So excited to have him back on and talk with him and kick off season seven the right way. And then we'll be bringing back a couple education episodes starting here in January too. So very excited about that. And of course, the scoops continuing to go strong. We got another great author coming on, and you definitely want to tune into that on Saturday.
Well, that's fantastic. Opportunity things coming to the network for sure. What show? What I think the whole military effect thing is exciting for you, right? Especially just putting something else together to promote an initiative.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was great to one be selected to be one of the organizations that could benefit from the fundraising piece of it, but also the fact that we had the capability to turn around and help with marketing and put together these different episodes so that people can learn about these organizations. And some of them are guests that we've had on before, but we did a special segment specifically for this event, and so we're excited about that. The other thing that I know we've talked about previously, but we are now officially rebranding the names of the Veteran Entrepreneur Spotlight, which is now going to be Operation Startup, and the Educational Resources Spotlight, which is now Learning Lifeline. So you'll see that now coming out. We'll be making official announcements here next week, and very excited to just rebrand a little bit. And of course, we're changing up a little bit of the designs and things like that we have. So it's part of the growth, right? As you grow and change and adapt, and just let's call it updating.
No,
Uh,
no doubt, and it's exciting. Uh, because you never know what opportunities come up, and to get to be part of that, and thinking about the shows, the guests, your host, you're not going to have to do as much hosting duties in 2026, and that means you're really trying to make yourself more and more the leader of this huge network, but less broadcast for you this year. You're thinking, right?
I would not. Well, yes and no. We are blessed that we have a great group of hosts, co-hosts, as well as everybody who's ever been on the show. As far as the different hosts that we've had, they're all sitting on the bench, willing to jump in when we need it. So Kingsley's going to be stepping up for me this next recording session in January because I'll be out serving. So he's going to jump in for that, and which is awesome. To see him and Keith together is going to be really fantastic. So there's going to be the fact that we have such a deep bench makes it so that if things come up, the different hosts can switch out and what have you. So that is exciting. I'm not specifically trying to get away from the hosting of the Vet SOS show. I really enjoy it and it's so much fun. So I don't want to miss many. But the one thing that I don't have the time to do and I can't do because the boss tells me I can't do it is host all of the shows. So I definitely have to make sure we got hosts for all the different shows so I can.
So you think you'll still be doing the same amount of shows?
Uh, for Vet SOS specifically, yes. Periodically I may have to fill in on the entrepreneur show or or I'm sorry, Operation Startup or the Learning Lifeline. But my goal is to really just focus on being the host for the one show while we manage the overall thing. So
There you go. But I think he will do less shows altogether on the network in 2026.
Probably, there's a couple events that already kind of conflict with the schedule that we have in place. So there will be times that I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm out doing something else for the Vet SOS in general. So but it's great to know that you have the support and the team there that can cover down and knock that out. So
That's the fun part, right?
yep.
When you have these opportunities, for sure. What do you think about Learning Lifeline? You're very excited that that's continuing, and the partnerships you had in the education side, really important.
That turned into one of my favorite shows. Just learning about what they're doing on campus. Because when I went to school on campus, I wasn't in the military yet. I wasn't a veteran, and I didn't use like my father's GI Bill or anything like that. So, I wasn't affiliated with the military stuff when I went to school. And then while I was in the service, I did my education online. So I didn't participate in the online or on the campus stuff either. So actually turning around and hearing all these great programs that are happening on campus for the veterans, the military affiliated students is just so cool to hear. And being a big college football fan, almost all these major schools have some sort of tailgating event around Veterans Day. And I'm like, man, how cool is that? To do the specific tailgate and then go to the game. And, so it's just a lot of cool things. And the passion that you're seeing from these educators and the majority of the ones we've talked to all say the same thing that, obviously we want you to come to our school, but if we're not the right fit, we want to help you find the right fit. And that's just so awesome to see that, hey, we're not just going to try to shove this down your throat. If this school isn't the right fit for you, let us help you find the right one. And that just, man, that's so awesome that people want to take care of our community that way.
No, it's absolutely awesome. It's a great feeling, and you got to keep going
Oh yeah.
with that. Now, the scoop constantly having great guests. I feel, and then I guess the last initiative we're talking about, we talked about all the shows, is it's time for donation time, right? Time for campaigns to start donating to Vet SOS as a
Oh yeah.
nonprofit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. With we're gonna kick it into high gear here in January and get the board moving forward and the nonprofit piece moving forward. We're starting to work on some grants. We have a fundraising campaign that we're taking a look at. So once the board approves that, we'll be launching that officially. And this is where we start the growth, and we want to start bringing in the money so that we can hire people to be a part of this organization, and we want to focus on trying to hire veterans and military spouses and bringing those people in who want to continue to give back to this community. And the fact that most of what we do is digital and online makes it so that a military spouse could work for this company and be anywhere in the world, which is just absolutely amazing, so they can continue to travel with their families as they, PCS to different locations, and it won't impact them having this job. So definitely looking forward to the opportunities down the road, and it's all going to start with what we can do fundraising. So if we can really get the fundraising piece going, then we can start to truly bring in some people to be a part of this amazing team.
Yeah, an amazing team. That's the exciting thing. And here we go. That's how you have to think about things. And 2026 is coming. It is here. I still will not count it till January 5th. But happy new year to you, Shawn. Go to sospodcast.com. New website will be hopefully launching in February. Appreciate it, Shawn. We'll talk